Hello and welcome to the Staff Blog 20th of May 2020, and today we're going to talk about the mandatory competencies for this year. And for all staff, the mandatory competency deadline is 5 p.m. on the 30th of June 2020. So that's for both homes, Findon and Hope Valley. And the mandatory competencies for all staff are compulsory reporting of abuse, which is an online course which will take most people about 20 minutes to complete. Fire, safety and response, which again is a pretty brief course. For most people, it's just a refresher, so is fairly straightforward to do. And manual handling. And the manual handling course we've actually expanded on last year, so we still have some positive rehab materials to look through, but we've also built in a number of videos, particularly in the care and clinical course, which go through some practical examples of how to use lifters and how to safely move residents. The manual handling practical follow-up to that course this year will be something different. So rather than booking to have a session with positive rehab after your online course, we're actually going to be observing staff on the floor in practice, and observing how staff are actually looking after residents and how we're moving residents in reality. And that will be both an education opportunity, but also a full audit of how we're doing. And I guess the continuous improvement from that will hopefully to have a more consistent approach to manual handling at Ananda, but also prospectively to reduce the number of skin tears and possibly injuries to staff as well. So the other mandatory elements for all staff are infection prevention and control, which we've all done already in April, and that will be due again next year by June the 30th next year. We all have to do an appraisal, so for all members of staff at Ananda, you are required to do an annual appraisal, which is due on the 30th of June, but is available for you to do now online. So you just go to staff forms on Ananda Academy, and there's a form called staff annual appraisal, and it's a tick box, mainly a tick box form, which you just answer some questions about, how your last year has been at Ananda and what career aspirations you have and what extra training or support for your role you might need. So that's a very worthwhile exercise for everyone to do. It is mandatory. And it really helps us identify champions going forward for the resident focused care model, and also what training and support we can put in place for each individual staff member. So please go and do that straight away. The other thing we are going to be extremely strict on as of now is okay, so please, we are going to be extremely strict and going to be doing regular audits of that. And that's for all staff. So night staff as well must be in uniform at all times. No jackets, no hoodies. Unfortunately, you must wear and be easily identified as wearing the correct uniform. So for nurses, additionally to that list, nurses now should be doing their basic life support immediately. And that should not take very long at all if you've done it in the past, because the BLS has not changed. So you can easily go in and do the quiz for BLS, and then you need to physically arrange a practical session with a clinical nurse or myself or Karen. We do hope you enjoy the Ananda Academy courses. Please do give us feedback on the Have Your Say box below. And thank you very much for being an Ananda staff and for your hard work and professionalism during this time. We appreciate it.